Trustees, Committee on
Recording in
Academic Affairs,
progress.
please respond present when you hear your name. Chairperson Jill O'Donnell Tormey is absent and excused. Vice Chairperson Henry Berger.
Here.
Trustee Armenia Palacio is also absent and excused. Trustee Brian Oberfeld.
Here.
Trustee Martin Burke.
Here.
Professor Lubia Alatriste, the faculty alternate, I don't think has joined us today, and neither has Vaughn Mayers, the student rep, but the student alternate, Jamie Lerner Bircher.
Here.
Great. You have a quorum.
Thank you.
Great.
The public meeting of the Committee on Academic Policy, Programs, and Research is now called to order. Pursuant to the New York State Legislature's recent extension of the suspension of required in-person meetings under the Open Meetings Law, this meeting is being held remotely via video conference with access to the public session available live on the CUNY Board of Trustees website. A copy of the calendar, agenda of items is also available online at the CUNY Board of Trustees website. Additional items may be added during the meeting. As a reminder, please mute so that we can ensure that everyone can hear. I will now ask the Secretary of the Board to take a roll call attendance for members of the Chancellery.
Members of the Chancellery, please respond present when you hear your name. Chancellor Matos Rodriguez.
Present.
General Counsel and Senior Vice Chancellor for Legal Affairs, Derek Davis.
Present.
The President Vincent Boudreau, the COPS liaison.
Present.
Terrific. And we should let in, let me just let him in. This is the student. Okay, President Patricia Ramsey. I see you, but you're muted, so we will mark you as present.
Wave
Great.
your hand.
Present.
There we go. There we go. Dr. Shirley Daniels, Chair and Professor of the Nursing Department at Medgar Evers.
Present.
Terrific. President Fernando Delgado is delayed. He will be joining us. Provost Peter Nwosu is here.
Present.
From Lehman College, and the Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Human Services and Nursing, Dean Elgoria Harrison.
Present.
Terrific.
Present.
Okay, and I see that we also were just joined by Professor Alatriste.
Present, yes.
Terrific. Thanks for
Apologies.
joining us.
Thank you.
It's all you, Henry.
Thank you. Given that board members are participating remotely and we cannot see everyone on the screen at the same time, I will read the resolutions and ask for members to respond only if you would like to abstain or oppose an item. Otherwise, your vote will be recorded as a yes vote. If you are voting no or abstaining, please state your name and vote. Additionally, if you wish to second an item or have any questions, please state your name first for the record, and let's try to avoid speaking over one another. We'll go to the action items. Action item 1A is the approval of the minutes of February 28, 2022. I move the item. May I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion on the item? Hearing none, we will now vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Seeing no abstentions or votes in opposition, the matter passes. I would now like to address action item B, the policy calendar. Policy item 1B1 is a resolution regarding the establishment of a Department of Exercise Sciences and Recreation, the Department of Health Promotion and Nutrition Sciences, and the Department of Health Equity Administration and Technology, and the closing of the Department of Health Sciences at Lehman College. I now call on the Chancellor and President Delgado to provide further background on this item. Chancellor?
Thank you, Trustee Berger. And I am pinch hitting for our Provost, Dan Lemos, who's attending a wedding. So apologies for that. But this first item, currently 11 health science programs and 1 certificate program are housed in the Department of Health Sciences at Lehman College. After discussions with the faculty, the department chair, and the school leadership, Lehman has resolved that 3 academic units can better serve the university and the community. The Board of Trustees should note that the discussion to separate the Department of Health Sciences at Lehman began back in 2014, but was stalled due to the transitions in leadership at the college over the last few years. At this time, I would like to invite my two esteemed colleagues from Lehman College to provide a bit more context about this proposed action. The Provost, Peter Wolsu, and the Dean of the School of Health Sciences, Elgoria Harrison.
Dean,
You're muted, Peter.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. And thank you, Trustee Berger. And I'll ask my colleague, Dean Harrison, to also speak to this particular restructuring of the Department of Health Sciences. It's actually one of the largest of the departments at the college, and certainly the largest within the School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing, with more than 1,900 majors that are part of the program. We made the determination following multiple conversations with faculty, and certainly based on regional needs and what the Chancellor alluded to, the need to serve the college and the university in a much more effective way, and also serve our students to really move in this direction. It does have the full support of the faculty. It does have the full support of our college committee on faculty and personnel and budget committee. It does also have the support of the cabinet and the college. And we've moved through all of the relevant processes to advance to this particular stage, and really delighted to be speaking with the board committee on this particular initiative. Dean Harrison.
Thank you so much for inviting me to speak, and I am very excited about the opportunity to have a restructuring of the health science. I arrived a couple years ago, and I think that this is an opportunity for us to really be able to manage the large number of majors, in addition to making the unit smaller so that we can actually expand our abilities to offer additional majors. At the present, we were hindered a little bit in that regard. This would be an opportunity for us to be able to do that. So thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to just speak to that.
thank you. I will move this item. May I have a second?
Oberfeld seconds.
Okay. Is there any discussion on the item?
Burke, I do have a question either for the dean or the provost or both. I noted on pages 2 and 3 of the proposal, in terms of new degree programs, a projected PhD in exercise science. I'd like to know if the restructuring is a necessary part of moving toward such a degree, or correlative to that degree, which I expect we'll see in front of us in Capper, or my successors will sometime down the road.
Thank you very much for that question, Trustee Burke. The answer is no, much more directly. But as you and I very well know, when we begin this process, the approach I take is not really to say no to conversations that happen at the institution, but to allow the opportunity to explore the possibility down the road of whether this is possible or not, and consistent with the way we have carried out curricular approval processes and renewal processes at the college. Departments are provided with resources to take a careful look at what's possible. And this is one area that the Department of Health Sciences has said they want to take a look at the study to see whether it's even feasible, and then engage a number of stakeholders. That will include the graduate center. We don't really offer the PhD at the college. It's not a degree that is focused on applications, really it's a research degree. And so the idea of including it here is not so much that it is part of the department or will be part of the department, but allows the faculty within the program to explore and have the opportunity for conversations. Thankfully, the president does provide us with the resources to engage in these kinds of explorations to serve the needs of the community. And in some instances, they come back and say, this is not going to be possible. And so this is what it is really intended to do.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Student Representative Lerner Recker.
Hey, thank you. I was wondering, I think this is a great restructuring of it, but I'm wondering what types of thoughts you put into disability studies and disability representation in these programs, whether any of the making sure that all three programs have that type of representation, especially in a field where it's especially important to have that perspective. I'm a disability studies grad student, and there's a lot of evidence that integrating that into each of these programs is incredibly important.
I might take on that. Thank you so much for that question. I know that disability studies is a very important and it's a very wide open area, and that we certainly want to continue the conversations about that. We do, in our particular school, health science, we have a minor in what is called gerontology. And then there is disability studies that's in our School of Natural and Social Sciences, where I know that one of our professors has been on the kind of the forefront of disability studies. Now, if you're asking about whether we are partnering with that, with my School of Natural and Social Sciences, the answer is yes. To the extent that we want to bring a lot of that to bear, we believe that once the programs are split apart and those programs that are more likely to partner with our disability studies will actually have an opportunity to integrate that much more closely. Those are somewhat down the line conversations. I think the first one was really just to open up the conversation of having the departments, reorganized so that there is better opportunities for us to do many, many more things down the road. And that's what I'd like to see happen. So thank you for bringing that up. And that is definitely something I'll keep in the back of my mind as we move forward with other plans.
Is there any further discussion or any further questions? Hearing none, we will now vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Hearing no abstentions or votes in opposition, this resolution is adopted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Policy item 1B2 is a resolution regarding the establishment of an accelerated second-degree nursing education program leading to the Bachelor of Science degree in nursing at Medgar Evers College. I will now call on the Chancellor and President Ramsey to provide further background on this item.
Thank you again, Trustee Berger. This program will fulfill the college's goal to expand its nursing and nursing care offerings in Central and South Brooklyn. It would also allow individuals with existing non-nursing bachelor's degrees opportunities to transition into careers in nursing, achieve economic equity in a profession that is in high demand while serving their community during the pandemic. This time, I would like to invite my esteemed colleagues from Medgar Evers College, Dr. Patricia Ramsey, the president, and Shirley Daniels, the chair and professor of the nursing department, for any additional context or information.
Thank you so much, Chancellor. And we're excited to have an opportunity to present this program. It's an 18-month full-time program, and the program will be over evenings and weekends. We will have both face-to-face as well as online courses. The student will graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. And in order to get into this program, the students must have a 3.0 GPA, and the students can come from any discipline from an accredited college, and also may appeal to physicians who are trained outside of the United States. It's important in that we need to close some of the gaps in the nursing staff shortfalls. And so according to the Association of Colleges of Nursing, there will be some 175,900 openings for RNs through 2029. And new graduates can actually earn a salary of averaging between $77,000 and $82,000 a year. And so this is kind of looking at it from the position of need, but also would like to have my our colleague Shirley Daniels to give some more insight as to this program.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for inviting us. And we are so excited about this program at Medgar Evers College because it will give many students an opportunity to go into a profession where it not only will change their life, but it will change the lives of their families for generations to come. And I am a prime example of that exact change. We are excited because we have many students who hold degrees and are looking for a long-term career. This will give us an opportunity to fill so many of those gaps that will exist in the field of nursing. Not only do you have people who are retiring, the baby boomers are leaving the nursing profession, and they leave many, many gaps. The pandemic also showed us the severe need for healthcare professionals, and this is just another way that we can contribute at Medgar Evers College to the healthcare field, and we look forward to this great, great opportunity for many students.
Thank you. I will move the item. May I have a second?
Oberfell seconds.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or questions? I actually have a question. I noticed that there are about a dozen new courses being proposed for this program. Why are there new courses? Why aren't the existing courses sufficient for this cohort of students?
So I'm sorry.
Yes,
President.
Dr. Daniels, you go ahead.
So one of the things that we noticed is that we do have an existing curriculum that we are currently tweaking. This gave us an opportunity to improve on the existing courses. It gave us an opportunity to really hone in on those areas where we see that we need to make changes in our current curriculum. It's a new and improved curriculum. Many of the content is very similar, of course, because nursing courses are very similar in context. But again, it gave us an opportunity to fine tune those courses to make it more current and in alignment with CUSIN standards totally.
Thank you. Any other discussion or questions? Jamie?
Similar question from before. The pandemic really exposed healthcare inequities, not only from disabled people, but from people from multiply marginalized backgrounds. You can see that in the death rate in Manhattan as opposed to the Bronx or Brooklyn. My question is do you have a course in this that looks at systematic healthcare inequities, especially of disabled people and by disabled people?
So by design, the nursing programs, nurses are holistic individuals. We are patient-centered. By the curriculum itself is designed to show the inequities in healthcare, from women's health to people with multiple disabilities. We teach not only good health, we teach our students about people with multiple disabilities, and it comes along with the territory when you're talking about nursing and the education of nurses.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess my question especially comes out of that I know the College of Staten Island nursing program has a specific class of vulnerable populations where they look at that, but you've then answered my question that it's just integrated into your coursework. So thank you.
Thank you.
Anything further? Hearing none, we will now proceed to a vote. Please only respond if would you like to abstain or oppose. Hearing no abstentions or votes in opposition, this resolution is adopted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Policy items 1B3A to 1B3P are resolutions awarding honorary degrees as follows. Policy item 1B3A is a resolution requesting to award Cecilia Elena Rouse with an honorary degree from Baruch College. Policy item 1B3B is a resolution requesting to award Lamaya Gabowi with an honorary degree from Brooklyn College. Policy item 1B3C and D are resolutions requesting the award Anthony Fauci and Stanley Nelson with honorary degrees from the City College of New York. Policy item 13BE is a resolution requesting to award Elba Cabrera an honorary degree from Ostos Community College. Policy item 1B3F and G are resolutions requesting to award Natalia Mendez and Cleo Silvers with honorary degrees from Lehman College. Policy items 13B, H, and I are resolutions requesting to award Ellen Ochoa and Faith Ringgold with honorary degrees from the John Jay College of Criminal Justice. Policy item 1B3J is a resolution requesting to award Jessica Ware an honorary degree from the Macaulay Honors College. Policy item 1B3K and L are resolutions requesting to award Earl Monroe and Sandra Richards with honorary degrees from Medgar Evers College. Policy item 1B3M and N are resolutions requesting to award Daniel Burstein and Arturo Casadeval with honorary degrees from Queens College. Policy item 1B30 is a resolution requesting to award Kianga Yamata Taylor an honorary degree from the CUNY School of Law. And policy item 1B3P is a resolution to award Vivek Murthy an honorary degree from the CUNY School of Public Health and Health Policy. I move these items together. May I have a second?
Jamie Lerner Brecker, second.
Thank you. We have a second. Is there any discussion on any of these items? Hearing none, we will proceed to a vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Hearing no abstentions or votes in opposition, these resolutions are adopted. Policy item 1B4 is a resolution regarding the approval of the actions in the CAPRA dashboard. I now call on Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez to provide further background on this item.
Thank you again, Trustee Berger. Routine academic matters, local academic policies, and course inclusions in the university's general education program are presented to the Committee on Academic Policy, Programs, and Research in a summary form. Introduced in October of 2019, the CAPRA dashboard makes it possible for trustees to interact with this summary data. Some highlights from this month's dashboard include the classification of 26 new general education courses among the colleges, giving students far more options to study the physical sciences, math, and the humanities, 29 program actions, and 5 new or revised undergraduate policies.
Is there anything further?
No.
I move the item. May I have a second?
Burke, second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or any questions on this item? Hearing none, we will now vote. Please only respond if you wish to abstain or oppose. Hearing no abstentions or votes in opposition, this matter is approved. With no more items on the agenda, I move to adjourn this meeting. Do I have a second?
Oberfeld seconds.
Is there any opposition? Hearing no opposition, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for your attendance.
Thank you all.
and participation.